of our town, the treasure coast choice. I am, you are, we are Vero's Voice.
Hey, welcome to the Vero's Voice Podcast. My name is Dylan. I'm going to be hanging out here with you for a little bit, and we're going to kick off our Brewvember series here right now with Ray Hooker, who's coming here, hanging out with us, the owner of Indian River Distillery. Ray, thanks so much for being here with us today, man.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
Co-owner.
Oh, co-owner. That's right.
Co-owner.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mandy's going to listen to this later, and she's going to say, you didn't say anything about me. But so you guys have been there 2021, 22. When did you guys move in?
23 is when we opened.
23
but
when
we
you
started in 21.
Okay. So how did Indian River Distillery get its start here in Vero Beach?
An idea.
An idea?
An idea.
How a lot of things
Yeah,
get started. Yeah.
Allegedly, some people were playing with some things they shouldn't have been back in the day.
Interesting. Okay.
And making distilled spirits. And,
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then figured out they were good at it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And so, what inspired you and Mandy both to kind of jump into the world of craft distilling?
Well, it seemed like fun. We were pretty good at it. We saw a hole in the market. There was nothing like that around here.
That's true. There really isn't much, even still. A couple years later,
There's a couple of us, but it's there wasn't anything that focused on very Florida-centric stuff or Indian River County-centric stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's good. That's good. Well, I'm glad you guys are here in town. Was there like what was the first year like? You guys opened up, first year challenges, things that you guys came across. I'm sure as like new business owners here in town came into something.
Oh yeah, I look at the first year. We hadn't even opened yet. It took us over a year to build the place.
Yeah.
And we were the first distillery anywhere around here. So we had to change all of the zoning laws. We had to educate all our local officials. You know, even the DBPR rep for the state of Florida, they didn't have any distilleries in their area. So we kind of learned all of this together.
Okay. Yeah. So there wasn't like a place you could go to, to talk to somebody about this. You had to kind of build up the infrastructure here from the bottom up.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. So why Vero Beach? I mean, you're a native here. Is Mandy from here as well?
Mandy's from
okay.
here. Yep.
So makes sense then.
Yeah, it's home.
Yeah.
It's home. My grandfather was actually born here. So
Oh wow.
We've been around for a long time.
You're born here. So we've got three generations deep in Vero Beach at this point.
Yep.
Very cool.
And 6 total in Florida.
Wow.
We're working on Michelle Wagner at the Historical Society is helping us out with our pioneering applications. So we're Indian River County pioneering family, and we're actually a Florida pioneering family too. So we were in Florida before it was actually a state.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's going back. That's I want to have some of your family members in here because I'm getting the Historical Society in here later this month to talk about some stuff.
They're all dead. Not people you want.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm the best of my family.
Yeah.
that part of it anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to brewing and distilling. So I kind of kicked off the Brewvember month thinking like maybe I can learn a couple of things here. So walk us through the process, man. What's a day in Indian River Distillery like?
Indian River Distillery is really small. So my day is I'm head distiller. I'm head marketing guy. I'm HR.
Oh gosh.
I'm
how many
maintenance.
How many employees over there?
We have 3.
Okay.
Myself, Mandy, and my son Chandler.
All right, so it's pretty small operation.
Small operation. Yeah,
absolutely.
And we all kind of share and do things when they need to be done. There's Michael, the head bartender guy.
I know Mike.
Mike helps us out in the back. He helps me out with production quite a bit, and he's actually becoming a pretty good distiller. So
nice.
That's pretty cool. We have Bill, Kelsey, and then Andy and myself and Chandler.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about the process, like the distilling process.
If you're familiar with beer, it's very similar to that to a point. So think of it roughly as just a fermentation of sugars. So if you ferment sugar that is from sugar cane, then that's rum.
Okay.
If you ferment sugars that are from grain, then that's whiskey.
Okay.
And then, you have the other categories from that point.
Okay.
So you would take, let's talk about whiskey for one, because that's what everybody likes right now. We all like whiskey. We all like bourbon. You take a grain, whether it's corn, wheat, rye, barley, and then you heat it up in a big pot. Now, our pot specifically is 550 gallons. So we're heating up 1,000 pounds of grain and, 400 some odd gallons of water in there, and you heat it up to a specific temperature, and then it starts converting those starches in the grains over to sugar. Then you cool it down, and then you put yeast in it.
Okay.
And then that yeast eats the sugars and leaves alcohol and CO2. So then you have what would be roughly a beer, a non-carbonated beer, but about 10% ABV is what we shoot for. And then we put it into the still, and the still is what makes it a whiskey versus a beer.
Okay.
So you've boiled a pot of spaghetti before.
Yeah.
You know, you put the lid on there and you pull the lid off and all the water runs off the top of the pot. So that's a very simplified version of what you're doing in distillation.
Right.
You know that alcohol evaporates at a temperature lower than water. So you try to control that temperature to where you have
very precise,
more alcohol vaporizing off than you would water, and then you collect that vapor, cool it off again, and then you have whiskey.
Oh, okay.
And
right. But how long does that process take?
Let's say 6 or 8 hours in the still.
Okay, so it's a day.
It's a day. Yeah. It's an entire day.
Okay.
And it's hot. It's very hot in our warehouse. We're not air conditioned. It's a hot day.
Is your warehouse is attached to the tasting room right there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So there's about a little less than twice as much room in the warehouse as there is in the tasting room.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot, man. What are your signature spirits over there? Like the things that you make that you're particularly proud of?
We try to make everything we can.
Yeah.
Right now, our bourbon is a blend of our first batch of bourbon and then bourbon that we bring in.
Okay.
There was a couple of things that go on in the craft distillery market that I just wasn't happy with. It's people are just buying other people's spirits and rebranding them. And
they're just buying it for $1, selling it for $2.
Selling it for $2.
Yeah,
exactly. And I wasn't really happy with that because I got into this because I like making things and I like being able to be creative in the things that I make. So that's puts us a little bit behind on the things that we're doing because we're not just reselling somebody else's spirits. In doing that, I had to start learning about things that I didn't necessarily like in the very beginning. Like I wasn't a gin guy.
Yeah.
And I really discounted gin because it's not something that I drink. And to me, in the very beginning, it was, a bunch of pine needles and berries and vodka. And it was going to be easy to do. So I let gin be the last thing I really learned how to do. And lo and behold, it's the most difficult to do. It really is. And I created a gin that I actually like, and I like it in cocktails, and I like it neat. It challenged me the most, so I think that's probably the one I'm most proud of.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Whiskey, I've practiced with that a lot. It was easy for me. Rum is really easy for me too because I'm kind of a whiskey and a rum nerd. It's I'm proud of them, but the gin is the one because it wasn't something that you would have chosen to do on your own. Okay. Yeah. You learned something new. I learned something new.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I like learning things.
Well, I'm learning a lot right now. So you mentioned you have pretty small staff over there. Yourself, Mandy, Mike, a couple others. What's your input? Like, how many people have input on your signature cocktails over there? I know you said you have Mike behind the bar. He probably has a hand in that. You guys have put some stuff together. So go ahead.
It's very much we've started putting family made on everything we do because it is very much a family made process. So we all kind of we touch everything and do everything. And like when we're bottling, it's usually 2 or 3 of us get together and do bottling. And we can bottle enough in 5 or 6 hours to last for weeks.
Right.
So it's easy to have every person touching that. And that goes for cocktails too. When we want to add a cocktail to the menu, we all kind of sit around and we talk about it.
Yeah.
And this is a new business for us. It's only been 3 or 4 years, but we have been in business for.
If I could ask, like, what were you guys doing before this?
We had a landscaping and pest control company for
here in Vero as well.
Yeah, here in Vero for 14, almost 15 years before that. Okay. And then I managed a pest control company before that.
Okay.
Local pest control company.
From pest control to distiller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's all chemicals.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. Very true.
But the thing is, you need to create a culture in your company, and the worst thing for a company is turnover.
Yeah,
because
true.
you want to have the same people. You want to have good people.
Yes.
You want to treat them well,
Mm-hmm.
and you want them to hang out.
Mhm.
And that's what's happened with us. We have the same people we started with.
Yeah, that's great.
So we haven't had any
So it's a
turnover
course of
yet.
about 3 years.
Yeah.
No turnover in 3 years is pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very much, we have a good relationship with everybody. We can talk to everybody
Mm-hmm.
and know this is a bad idea, or no, that's a great idea, but it's a little difficult to do.
Yeah.
And, I had a lot of ideas in the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have a lot of cocktail experience. I mean, I've made cocktails at home and made them for buddies, but I haven't made them on any scale. So
Mhm.
a lot of the things that I had these ideas about are experienced.
Yeah. Well, I used to.
Bartenders.
It's funny. I knew Mike years and years ago before he started working. He was a bartender over at Disney.
Disney. Yep.
And I'm the DJ over there. So I would see Mike every weekend. And so when I showed up over there, I said, "Hey, it's this guy. He's been doing this for a while. So
Long time, yeah.
he knows what he's doing."
Yeah, and he was at the Broadmoor in Colorado before that.
That's true. Yeah, he moved away and he came back.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
And then Bill spent 25 years on Bourbon Street
Oh,
as
gosh.
a bartender. Yeah.
Really? Did
Oh,
he
yeah,
really?
yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
man,
Yep.
I love Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
It's a great place.
He doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
He likes a slower pace.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that for sure.
But so, our signature cocktails are kind of a collaboration between all of us.
Okay.
And
What are a couple of the? I mean, and you guys make your own Coca-Cola there as well, right?
we-
Can you say that?
No, it's cola. It's
Oh,
cola. It's
I
not
didn't say
Coca-Cola.
that. You make your own cola.
We make our own cola.
Yeah.
We make our own ginger beer.
Mhm.
We make our own soda water now. And
Mhm.
by we, I mean Mike makes all of those things. It
Mhm.
started off me making them, but
Mhm.
Mike has kind of taken those things over, and he's done a great job at it.
Yeah. So what are a couple of the signature cocktails that you guys have down there?
We sell a lot of old fashions.
Old fashions. Oh
Yeah.
man, I love an old fashioned.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the one cocktail that we sell that I kind of couldn't compromise on,
Yeah.
because I strongly feel there's a certain way to do that one,
Mm-hmm.
and it keeps the integrity of the bourbon. It
Mhm.
keeps the integrity of all of the ingredients you're doing. Like you don't build it in a mixing cup.
Mhm.
You build it in the glass. You don't use simple syrup. You use a sugar cube.
Mm-hmm.
You use a couple of dashes of bitters.
Mhm.
Cherry, orange peel. That's it. Big cube.
Mm-hmm.
So it's our bourbon's even kind of built around a good old fashioned bourbon,
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want it to dilute to the point that it doesn't taste like bourbon anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of people do that with a 90 proof
Yeah.
bourbon or an 80 proof bourbon.
Yeah.
By the time you built the drink,
It's just sugar.
it's sugar and water.
Yeah. Sugar.
So it's that's the only one I didn't really compromise on. Everything else is, they gave me better ideas,
Yeah.
better ways to do it.
So for some of your ingredients, are you able to get a lot of it locally, or is it where you can?
What we
or-
can.
Yeah.
What we can.
Okay. Wonderful.
Our last batch of bourbon gin, our gin is Hibiscus City gin, because Vero Beach is the Hibiscus City.
Mm-hmm.
And we used some of the hibiscus from our yard.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there in your backyard.
Yep.
Literally from your backyard.
From the backyard, yeah. Yep.
What's an aspect of the craft process that a lot of people might not realize takes a whole lot of time and effort to learn?
All of it.
Yeah, every last
really
bit of it,
does.
huh? Yeah.
It really does. And it's the same thing as you have in a lot of small businesses.
Yeah.
You have to know a little bit about everything.
Mhm.
And that's why I made the joke earlier. I'm the HR guy, I'm the
Yeah.
maintenance guy, I'm all of the above. So I have to have a little bit of knowledge about all of
It's
those
just
things. Yeah.
like, oh, you need to talk to the manager? Hold on, let me get it. Yeah, all right, what can I do for you?
Yeah, and industry wide, you'll have a bourbon distiller,
Mhm.
and then you'll have a rum distiller,
Mhm.
and then you'll have a gin distiller. Those are all different people
Yeah.
on the market. The
Mhm.
Bombay Sapphire, head distiller is not going to Kentucky and doing bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
It's you have to learn all of those different aspects.
Yeah. You know what I like about your location is you guys are over there on 26th Street, and it's kind of interesting, this cool little corner that you guys are on, because you guys are right there on 26th Street. You go right across the street. You've got Walking Tree over there for beer, and then you go right across the street from there, and you've got Catelli's Cigar Lounge.
Cigar, yeah.
So I mean, do you guys do any collaborations?
Yeah, we try to all the
Yeah.
time. Yep.
Yeah.
We see Catelli's and we see Mike and Brooke, and
Yeah.
Mike and I are buddies now, so we
Yeah.
run back and forth across the street all the time.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'll see some of your staff come in while I'm doing trivia or something over there. I'm like, oh, they must have just gotten off over there. But yeah, do you guys have any events or anything coming up anytime soon?
You shouldn't ask me that. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, we can move on.
Yeah, we
Mandy
always
will
have
know.
events.
Yeah.
We always have events. Friday and Saturdays we have music.
Okay, local bands and things. Yeah.
Local bands.
Mhm.
Usually once a month we'll have a bigger band.
Mhm.
I can look and find out when's the next time we're having.
I can post it.
Ben
when
Prestige
this goes up, I can post it. So yeah, I can look.
Have you heard Ben Prestige before?
Ben, the name sounds very familiar.
Oh, man,
yeah, I feel like he plays a lot of venues around here, doesn't he?
Not as many. No,
Okay.
he used to play them years ago,
Okay.
but now he sticks with a couple, and we get Ben every couple of months. But Ben is a world-class blues musician. He is
nice.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's like nothing you've ever heard.
Okay. So, what's your favorite part about being part of the Treasure Coast community here?
I like the history.
Yeah, there's a lot of history for sure.
And that's how we kind of built all of our brands. You're never going to see Indian River Distillery whiskey anywhere or Indian River Distillery vodka. We took those brands as a way to teach people little bits of local history. Hibiscus City Gin, Vero Beach Vodka, Treasure Fleet Rum, off the 1715 Treasure Fleet.
That's amazing.
We have a piece of silver off of the Treasure Fleet that I put in the still when
cool.
we do the rum. So,
Nice.
The spirit of the fleet is...
Where do you even go to get one of those?
Oh, they're all over the place.
Okay.
Man. They're laying on the beach out there.
That's true. Very true.
And-
I just asked because my dad was a treasure scavenger for many years, so like he spent years out there looking for that stuff. I'm like, wait, you can just go get it?
Yeah. Get them on eBay.
Okay.
It's there was a lot of treasure out there. There still is.
Yeah.
Our whiskey brands are built off the notorious Ashley gang. So
okay.
John Ashley Rye is what we have. Ray Lynn's Reserve Bourbon, and using those as a little point to teach people the history about our area.
Yeah. Well, so you guys have been there for a couple of years. So do you have any fun or crazy behind the scenes moments from your journey so far? Put you on the spot. Sorry.
A few.
that you're comfortable talking about.
Okay. The one I'm cool talking about is we've got a couple of regulars that work on a farm, and it's very much we talk and chat and goof off and things like that. And Michael was running a couple of test batches of things that he was getting off the farm, and we wanted to find out if we could make a spirit from tomatoes, because we had a bunch of tomatoes, so we were going to make a tomato brandy.
A tomato brandy.
Yeah, because there is a little sugar in tomatoes.
Okay, has that been? I don't think I've ever heard of tomato brandy.
No, there's a reason for that.
Okay. Okay. I was hoping, how did this turn out? Well, now I know.
So Mike had put it on a fermenter, and he put it back on the bottling table where we'll have small batch stuff. It's a tiny fermenter, 5 gallons or something. And he sent me a message and said, hey, I pitched the yeast in this, and it'll kick off, and I'll check on it in a day or so.
Yeah.
So I went in the next day, because a lot of times I can't get anything done unless I'm there by myself. And I come in to check, and there's tomato all up the wall. It's on the ceiling, and it just went.
Did it just blow off the top?
Just blew the top off and just blew tomatoes everywhere.
How much cleanup time was that?
I don't know. Ask Mike, because I sent him a picture of it, and I said, "I'll see you later, man."
It's your problem.
It was a mess, man. It was a mess. It was funny, nobody's angry.
Okay.
It's just unexpected.
Yeah.
Unexpected things like that.
Oh my gosh. So you guys have been there. What's the community reception been like?
It's been great.
Yeah.
It's been great. Yeah. There's a few places around town. We've got 21 AD, which is a completely different vibe than us.
21 AD.
21st Amendment.
Oh, 21st Amendment. 21st Amendment. That's right.
21 AD.
Yeah, that's
it's
right.
a completely different vibe. So we have customers coming back and forth, and if you're dressed up nice and you're going out for a nice dinner and you want to stop somewhere, usually you go to 21 AD. If you just kind of want to kick back and hang out, in a relaxed atmosphere, you come to our place.
All right.
It's cool. And same thing with Walking Tree and Sailfish, and I've made a lot of friends in the business.
Yeah.
And initially,
well, it's a close knit community.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a community.
It's like I have another a DJ friend who always tells me, "Hey, man, like we're not competitors, we're colleagues. We help each other out as much as we can. That's what I like about Vero Beach.
Yeah. And I'm constantly bringing stuff back and forth from Walking Tree, and Michael brings his forklift and help, and
that's nice.
And we collaborate with Sailfish when we can. Just left American Icon a few minutes ago talking to Bob. So it's nice. It's a nice community for the most part.
Nice.
It's good.
Well, what's next on the horizon for you guys?
We're in distribution now, so
Oh,
I'm
cool.
trying to partner with local businesses and bars and restaurants and liquor stores and things like that.
Okay,
because-
so I could be going into a liquor store here pretty soon and see Indian River Distillery on the bottle and take that.
Yep.
All right.
You could go to Mock Wine and Spirits
Okay.
at 53rd, Mock and Sebastian. The Bottle Shop Boiler over on the beach. Kelly picked up our stuff.
Oh, okay.
American Icon has our stuff. Marsh Landing picked up our stuff.
Oh, okay.
So
Wonderful.
that's cool. The history ties in really good, Marsh Landing.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
definitely. I learned that when I went on the Ghost Walk last month. That was a lot of fun. So where do you see Indian River Distillery going in the next couple of years?
We just chugging away.
Just keep on keeping on, man.
Keep on keeping on. Yeah. Yep. We don't want to own the world.
Yeah.
We don't want to be the
Just keep
biggest.
being part. You're doing it. You're
Yeah.
living the dream. You're being part of the
Yep.
community.
That's it. Being part of the community.
I love it.
I've been a Rotarian for 20 years now
Oh,
locally
wonderful.
as part of the community.
Yeah.
And I'd like to keep integrating myself more and more in the community
Mm-hmm.
and being additive to the community instead of subtractive to the community. And I think that's the path to success.
All right.
It's not an easy path.
No, hey, you know what? Just that you're here.
Yep.
We appreciate you. Well, quick lightning round. What's your go-to drink? Yours personally, after a long day of work, come home, have a drink. What's your go-to?
Whiskey neat.
Whiskey neat.
Yep.
All right. And if you could have a drink with a celebrity, living or dead, who would it be?
Probably Ray Lynn.
Ray Lynn.
Ray Lynn's Reserve Bourbon from the Notorious Ashley Gang. I'd like
Oh,
to sit down
okay.
and talk to those guys because that was there's a lot of stuff went on
Mhm.
back then in early Florida.
Yeah.
You know, Prohibition era Florida. I mean, Prohibition era everywhere in the United States was a little bit weird, but Florida's a little different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's always been different. You look at Florida in national politics and you go, oh, they're not quite right.
Yeah.
There's a reason. It's what was going on then. You know, think of our area before air conditioning,
Mm-hmm.
before mosquito control.
Oh,
Think of the
gosh, I
type
can't
of
even
people that
imagine.
were here
Yeah.
and that thrived here. Those were tough, resilient.
Every last one of us would drop dead without the
That's
modern
it.
conveniences we have here.
That's it. So think about these guys and the stories of the Ashley Gang doing the robberies all up and down the coast, train robberies. They mounted a pirate expedition to the Bahamas and robbed the British government.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is around what year?
the 20s.
The
20s, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they did that in the 20s. And then, they were executed on the bridge crossing over the Sebastian River. And it was because they were escaping. But then later on, one of the sheriff deputies that was there on his deathbed explained that they were actually executed because, the feud that was going on with law enforcement.
I'm gonna have to do a follow-up episode on this when I have the historical society come in here because this is fascinating and I'm
yeah.
not familiar with these stories. So very cool.
And there's they said John Ashley and the Ashley Gang, they got away from law enforcement all the time and they couldn't figure out how they always got away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then the main sheriff that was chasing them was part of the Ku Klux Klan. He was like the head of the Klan.
Yeah.
And the Ashley Gang helped out people no matter what your color, race, creed was.
Yeah.
They they had good relationships
Mhm.
with everybody. So the black community
Mm-hmm.
helped them out.
Wow.
They hit them, they moved them, they told them, hey, they're coming this way, go that way,
Wow.
So there's so much history,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So
I'd
many
love
cool
to, yeah,
stories.
I'd love to hear more about
That's
that.
why I get excited.
So what are your hours over there in case anybody wants to stop in and have a drink?
Wednesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Wednesday and Thursday, 3 to 10. All right.
Friday,
Mhm.
3 to 11.
Okay.
Saturday, noon to 11. And Sunday, noon to 8 p.m.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to be over at Walking Tree tonight, so I'm going to pop in before, come and see you guys, and have a drink with you.
Sure.
That'd be great. That'd be great, man. So Ray, thanks so much for popping in and hanging out with me for a little bit today, man. I
Yep.
loved hearing about the process and what you guys are doing over there.
Anytime you want to talk trash, man, give me a call.
All right. Hey,
I'm good at it.
we'll definitely have you
Yep.
back, man. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
For Vero's Voice Podcast, I'm Doolin. This is Ray, and we'll see you on the beach.